Been some conversation. Let's see who we got here. We got Michael S. Superfan. Heck yeah. Dad, Roger. Glad to see you guys. All right, guys, I'm going to get at it. What I got here. See, yeah, Dylan's been in there. Glad to see you guys. All right. Be sure and hit that like button. So what we got is I'm going to carve a Mahi Mahi. And it's a pretty big hawking piece. I mean, it's 3 inches thick. And I don't know. I'll probably break it down into segments as I get the actual fish. But I guess get the body of the fish carved out. But that said, boy, this would have been better when on horizontal. But the problem with the horizontals, they don't push it. So, you work your butt off to have big YouTube views, and you don't have any. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Michael S. Super fan? Heck yeah, glad to see you. Roger, hello, good morning. Or well, good morning here. Good night there, buddy. All right, I'm gonna start digging into this thing. But you can see it. I got it all drawn out. These are pretty cool fish. I've never caught one, never fished for one. But, so I had to look at pictures totally. But these are pretty cool looking fish. All right. doing a little Russian saw action there. All right, guys, be sure to hit that like button. Let's see who all we got. We got Dad, Raja Bengande, Gohana. Glad to see you in there, buddy. Tim List, Michael S. Superfan, Belinda S. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Perp 13, man, it's a bird, it's a plane. That's right. It's super something or other. Heck yeah. Okay, I will keep right on cutting. Trying to get Sally to take a load off. So I have it clamped right here at this fin, where this fin's going to be for now. So I got a lot more weight hanging out on that end. But that's just the way it goes. Keep going at it. Dig, dig, dig. I'm pretty excited. I found about 3/4 gallon bag of Morel mushrooms this morning. And that's why I ended up coming at 8 or 9 instead of 8. Coming and come more out here, but I think I'm going to exaggerate it more and go from up here and come across it. Just make it look bigger, stand out more. I think it'll be pretty cool. You get that way a little bit. It probably would have been easier to move the phone, actually. pieces here. When it's all said and done, I got some big pieces coming off of this dude. Hey, appreciate y'all being in there. Be sure to smash that like button. Really appreciate it. Hey, Cheech, good morning. Tim List, glad to see you. Awesome member of the channel. Dylan, well, you guys know. Glad to see you guys. Okay, I'll keep right on going. Right? All right, that bar's starting to get warm, so I'm gonna switch to another one. Yeah, she's just smoking. Yeah, I'm not sure. The jury's still out on that Archer bar, and it did pretty good for me yesterday, but it just feels like that thing's still getting hot some. It's not oiling like it should. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna go. This is a brand new Forester bar. And usually you'll have the same issue in the beginning, but that said, let's get at it. Hit that like button. Exception where we have to hold it with the jaw vise, we got our basic shape. So now I got to start thinning it out, round the head off, cut the fins down. I'm going to go to a 16-inch bar to cut these fins down to about half. I don't know, I could do it with this one. But I need to go about half the size they are now. Take them back toward the wall. And by wall, I mean this would be hanging on the wall. Anyway, be sure to hit the like button. Appreciate y'all being in there. the 16-inch bar. It's going to be easier to reach down in there and get it. And I might overcut, but I kind of doubt it. I hear you. Now, if you guys notice, now the MS-171 has the 16-inch bar on it. I've got carbon bars on the 170 and the NS-832 there. The reason for that is this one's heavier than those two are. Back to the little saw. Put that baby back in the hole there. Nobody trips over it. I don't know who would, because I'm the only one out here. But anyway, we're starting to get our basic Mahi Mahi shape. And he's looking pretty good. Man, y'all be sure to hit the like button. We sure appreciate you being in there watching. And let me just try to get him a little more in the picture. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Not too bad. All right, I'll take a drink of my coffee real quick. Y'all don't mind, it'll be my second cup for the day. That said, like I said, please be sure to hit the like button, and we'll keep right on going. So I'm just gonna start shaping. Man, come on, baby. big lips on them. I just can't help but wonder if a Mahi Mahi isn't like the, you know, like the makeup artist. They're real pretty color and stuff. Can't help but wonder if they ain't like the makeup model. You know what I mean? I mean, they got these nice big lips that stand out really, and they're really pretty color, you know? I don't know. It's just a crazy theory I might have. I mean, we don't know what goes on in the fish world. It could be like Bigfoot and the leprechauns. I don't know. Fish could have their own like makeup stores and stuff. I think the Chinese would make about anything. I don't know. What would you name a fish makeup company? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's Mablefin, you know, or like a perfume. Let's see, a perfume would be like Essence of Beautiful Smelt. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think outside the box. I mean, and of course, a fish, you know, a fish perfume or cologne would be designed to make them smell more fishy. Mr. Shark, he's trying to get his wife all excited, you know, and he's like, "Oh, is that the scent of rainbow trout you're wearing tonight? Oh, that is so hot." I mean, I'm just saying. Case then, so you think about it like, so sharks would be hunting for seals in the ocean or whatever, and so they would get smart. If they're smart enough to create a cologne or a perfume, then you know, they'd have to come up like, you know, we use scents for deer, like urine, leaf smell, whatever, try to hide a scent. And a shark would do the same thing. You know, give him a little bottle, squirt it on real good, scent a dolphin. You know, because nobody's scared of dolphins. You know, dolphins are good. You know, the shark put the scent on, you know, and then the seals are swimming like, oh, hey, there's a pod of dolphins. Ah! I mean, I'm just saying, you know. I mean, if they were that smart. Probably have their own actors, you know, they go to them clubs. You'd have like Leonardo DiCaprio or something like that. You know, just famous fish. Hey, be sure and hit that like button. There's 317 people watching, and we only got 57 likes. What the heck? It's like sitting there eating breakfast this morning. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, that guy's kind of okay. I'm only watching him because there wasn't nothing else on, right? I get it. thought to, like, if you could be a sea creature, what kind of sea creature would you want to be? So I'm a fat guy. You know, I'm thinking, I kind of like to eat. I mean, you know, I got to think it wouldn't be too bad a gig to be a whale. I'm just saying. That's my thought. You know, most guys are going to say, yeah, I want to be a shark. Why? Because guys are all testosterone pump fools. Anyway, everybody want to be a shark. Yeah, I get all the best meals. I can chase everybody down. I can go 35 mile an hour, you know, or 35 knots, something like that. That's pretty fast. But I just think it'd be cool to be a jellyfish. And I was thinking about this. You know, if you're a jellyfish, you know, you're kind of floating around. It's close to shore, so you ain't got to worry about drowning. You know, it's kind of floating along, you know, swimmers out there swimming around and all that stuff. You're a jellyfish. You know, it's like, hey, I think I could stink some swimmers. You want to come with me, Frank? You know, I like seeing them go, ah! You know what I mean? They got to go to the hospital. I just think I want to be a jellyfish. Okay, anyway. That one. Okay, we'll go back to the other one for a while. It was getting warm. Bar was getting warm. It's cooled down. It's flowing good. But it's coming on pretty good. At least I think so. Be sure to hit that like button. We got up to 70. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what we got. 40 minutes in. The Electric Whittler. What's going on? Frida Mahi Mahi. Michael S. Superfan. Heck yeah. Grumpy, a.k.a. Cheech. Glad to see you. Tony Newton. What do you know? Check out Jeff Moore Northwoods car. Yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah. But 10-4. Okay. All right. I'll keep going. Yeah, it's got a few on it. Just need chicken. Wake up, baby. Wake Well, you'll have that. It's got fuel in it. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, baby. goofed up. Maybe I'll just have to go the other way. Not happening. Okay, I guess I'll put fuel in the other one. I don't know why this one don't want to run now. It don't like me. You're going to have that on jobs of this magnitude. Things break. And when it is, ironically, I'll go to pick it up an hour from now, and the thing will run fine. That's just the way it goes. But I don't know. I dumped oil in that one again, in the fuel, and that plugged the muffler up the last time. That was the trouble I was having. And anyway, it's just one of these things that happens because you get in a hurry all the time, and sometimes you make dumb mistakes like that. And I did it again. As soon as I got the saw back, I did it again. And that could have something to do with it. I don't know. But what I know is this time I'll go through and clean it out myself, because he told me exactly what he did. And heck, I could have done that. Okay, about got fuel on this one. And it's funny because the non-still 832, it don't like to run a lot either. I mean, it's kind of funny saw. That's the way it goes. The only one I think is super dependable, always has been, is that 171. Let's see this baby will run. Maybe not. Oh, it's on choke them. I ain't doing too good, am I? That up with that 16-inch bar. I can't really reach it with this one. I think I'm ready to move him and go ahead and do the Boy, I could smooth that tail out some more though. Adjust it. I'll take the clamp and put it down here because I'm pretty happy with what I got chainsaw wise going on down here, and I can start to dig that fin out. Change him around a little bit. Hope everybody's doing a pretty good day. Okay. I'm gonna break that off. That'd be pretty painstaking, wouldn't it? Don't know how that's going to clamp. Let's find out. Oh, pop it. I hate it when I do that. Then I set the fish in the way. What's happening is because it's not even, it doesn't like to clamp it. We'll try that. That feels pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get that where you can see what's going on. It would have been easier to move the phone. I don't know why I keep having to tell myself that. Heck yeah, what do we got? 83 likes, been on 50 minutes. Be sure and hit that like button. Appreciate you guys being in there. Okay, let me go back to this one. I'm gonna dig that fin out. enough. I'm even thinking about doing the fin detail with the saw. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, do I got any coffee left? No. Can you believe that? Oh, it's so sad. I have no coffee. This is horrible. Okay, I'm gonna try to survive without some. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Martin, appreciate that. Hey, Matthew, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see you. Joseph Hodges, how you doing? Michael S, super fan. Heck yeah. Glad to see you, buddy. Let's see. Hey, Joseph, let's see what you got. Bank. Okay, you guys talking about something about the people you love are happy. That's right. Okay, guys, be sure to hit that like button. Okay, how's the shadow color? The sunshine. Is the sunshine looking all right on there? Turn it that way because the sun's coming out. I think I'm going to do my fin work with a chainsaw. I normally would do it with a smaller tool, but I just think there's enough fish here that it'd be pretty easy to do. Of course, there's nothing back here. This is smooth. And these fish have really, really, really tiny scales. And so I'm debating whether to give him scales at all or not. You can't really see them, so I don't know. And then in the case of the eye, too, I'm going to end up carving that eye in. They got a weird, just plain old round eyeball. It's kind of cool. But anyway, okay, let's carve some fins in. What the heck? I mean, I think I like the other way better, but we'll go with it. It's not bad. It's such a big fish. It actually speeds up the process. Anyway, I'm thinking about going to get some. Be sure to hit that like. We're 5 away from 100. We ain't even been on here an hour yet. I think that's awesome. Break there for a second. And I'll tell you what, consider becoming a member. We have a carving giveaway. It's usually a flex shaft carving. There will be one chainsaw carving given away a year. That'll either be in November or December. But every month, the last Friday of the month, usually, it'll be next Saturday this week, but the last Friday of the month, we usually have a flex shaft carving giveaway, members only. And it's usually something 6-7 inches tall. And we give that away to one of our fortunate members in a random drawing. Anyway, which is digital, so there's no cheating. You get to watch the thing spin around, and it stops on who it stops on. And it could be you if you're a member, that's for sure. You ask our members. A lot of them have won stuff already. That said, hey, 2 more likes away from 100. Be sure and hit that button. And whoever give me the 5 rubies, thank you. Actually, I got a couple. I could sand that off a little bit first. Well, I'll tell you what. I better not. As close as that is to the jaw vise, I'll clamp it some other way and get it. But I got to do the bottom. Uh-oh. That's never good. The shaft come out of the. All right. Well, that worked out okay. At least for getting the fish off. But did I break it? Find out. I don't think so. Nah, that's all right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Move this guy. Let's flip him over and do the fins on this side. This is going to be a lot tougher, I think. Let's see. He's stout enough there. I can clamp him by that, and I'll clamp him good, actually. But yeah, I got to get this right here next, and then kind of clean up the bottom. You know, you can't really see that. You know, when you're not under it. Yeah. All right, boy. What do we got here? I better put some fuel in this thing because I'm about to run out. Might as well get it ahead. That way it don't start hard again. Makes sense? Check the oil too. This will be the third tank. And usually, it's not bad. It'll get through this carving. I won't worry about the oil right now. Usually I would do Sunday afternoon. And today I'm not. So that's why we did yesterday. Worked on the eagle, finishing that eagle up. And I'll show you guys that eagle here in a second. Or, well, when I get done with the chainsaw, I'm getting ready to start on sanding and stuff. Actually, no, before I start the saw, I'll show you the eagle. That way I don't forget and I didn't lie to you. Hey, you said he's going to show us an eagle. What the heck? Guy's kind of a jerk. He looks like a jerk. Man, he just confirmed it, right? Okay, hold on a minute. I'll show y'all the eagle real quick. Let's see what we got. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here's that guy I've been working on for like the last 3 or 4 lives. And he's done. Hey, Susie Q, what's going on? Plywood. Heck yeah, we got 103 likes. I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, that's the flying eagle we just got done with. Okay, let's go back to the Mahi Mahi. And if the chainsaw ain't running, people ain't watching. This is kind of the way it is. I don't know. I figured today would be good, though. A lot of people be celebrating a holiday, and then there's a lot of people that aren't or will be later, and they're just not doing anything else this morning. So I figured it'd be a pretty good day for views. think pretty much for chainsaw work. Other than I got to sign it. I think that's it. I'm gonna start sanding it. I'm looking at it, and you got to put your mark in the fish upside down, right? I'll put it sideways. Okay, time for some electric tools. Put this thing up. Put this thing up. This other one, I'm curious as if it'll run now. Remember, I said I'll come back to it later and it'll start. So, let's see what happens. Just for the heck of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the only thing that's getting hurt right now is my hearing. Okay, let's put this thing up. And get some electric tools out. I think I'll start with the top or the bottom since I already got it facing that way. Let's see what you guys got to say real quick. 106 likes. I can't complain about that. Heck yeah. Everything's for sale at the right price, Susie. I don't know, I guess. Hey, Joseph, what's going on? Y'all check out Rhinestone Suzanne Henderson Art. She is an affiliate for Cutsaw Burrs now. And you can get, if you're a flex shaft Dremel carver, you can get your burrs through her link. And I would encourage you to do that. Help her out. She's an awesome carver. And here's the heck of it. So I don't know how many subscribers you got right now, Suzanne, but that said, they realize how good you are early in your YouTube career because, I mean, you're not even 1,000 subscribers yet, and they already realize you're going to do really good, and they give you an affiliate link. I just think that's really, really awesome. It shows they recognize your talent. That's pretty good. Okay. Let me put that over here. And you use the Cutsaw. I mean, that's the other thing. There's a lot of other really talented flex shaft Dremel carvers. Really, really good. But because they don't use Flexall exclusively, why would they offer that to them? And that's all it boils down to. Is they don't want to. If you're like me and you're using a Bauer burr for some stuff, a Cutsaw burr for others, and got some other different burrs you're using, why would they want to give affiliate link to people that don't use exclusively their stuff? Well, she does, at least what you can see, and that really helps. But, I mean, she's super talented. So, clean this guy up real good. That's looking good, all right. That quit moving my cord. think I saw like a sand that I put that thing over. But I mean, that thing looks awesome. I'm loving it. And not to toot my own horn. I mean, my abilities are God-given. Every one of ours does anything we're capable of doing. We didn't earn it. We just inherited it. Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna flip this thing over. But I think this dude is sweet. That said, okay. So I'll flip this dude over and we'll continue to sand it. And considering I never made one, I never caught one. And I always said, you know, I got carved like bluegills and walleyes and bass and crap like that. And the reason I could do them okay is because I've caught them. And I know what they look like. Well, in this case, all I had was pictures. So I'm pretty happy with him, how he's coming out. I can't clamp this guy down about like that. I don't know, because it's kind of rounded. Yep. Change this thing up a little bit. Set that dude down without cracking him in half. That'd be sad, get this far. I mean, the tail, that's the thing. Like, the tail will always be kind of fragile, and that bottom fin would be kind of fragile because, you know, that wood pine just has a tendency to chip, and the darndest places too. Let's try it this way, about here. See if I can get a grip on that. It just seems like if there was any roundness to it at all, and of course there is now because it's been shaped. I don't like the clamp. There we go. Okay, I got that good. But anyway, yeah, this dude's looking really cool. I like it. It's going good. I grab my mask, put it back on, and clean up the top. And then I'm still struggling with the idea on the scales. I don't know if I'm gonna scale it or not. I don't know. It looked just fine like it is, and so I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I know I gotta do the eye. I got some finger sander work and some gals that did the eyes out. Let's see what we got here. 122 likes. That's awesome. Hey, LJ, awesome member of the channel. Susie Q, awesome member of the channel. Glad to see you guys. Hey, Plywood, he's a member of the channel right now. Hey, Chase, what's going on? New beginnings. All right, guys, I keep right on rocking. I'll have to burn some of that to get rid of it. But that's it. He's looking pretty good. I got the finger sander out now. Clean up around that eye and start shaping the eye. I think I was considering on the eye whether to gouge the pupil in or try to cut the pupil in, and I still haven't made up my mind yet. I think I might actually try to cut the pupil in instead of gouging it down. Through the tail. I don't know, could y'all even see that when I was just doing that? No, what a jerk. Heck, I wasn't even showing what I was doing. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can believe it. That's what happens when you're dumb. All right. So let me grab a gouge. I keep this out though. I'm gonna put that away. I got a cuts off coarse burr. I think I'm gonna dig that eye out with. And I have to turn this thing around to get to it. Man, I'll tell you what, that is the first time I've looked at this thing all morning, and I've been under 100 people watching, and that's all right. I mean, it's been fantastic this morning, and I appreciate you guys being here. 136 likes. Boy, it'd sure be nice if by the time we get done with this dude, we got up to about 150. We're up to 95 minutes here, so I don't know, hour and a half-ish, whatever. It sure be nice to hit 150. I think that'd be really cool, awesome, groovy. happening in a spectacular and fantabulous way. If that makes any sense at all. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Let's see. But the biggest thing I would do is encourage people to become a member if you can. You know, I mean, that stuff costs money, and I get it. People can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. But it also gives you a chance to win a carving, flex shaft carving, and then there'll be one chainsaw carving given away this year, probably in November. But it's members only. So, all right, let's get this. See if we can shape an eyeball out, or a pupil out of there. Yeah, that worked. I'm pretty happy with that. Let me see if I can get that. Y'all can see it a lot better. I don't know. Yeah, the shade, or the sun is out real good. And turn that dude this way a little bit. I'm still debating on the scales. Also, something I was thinking about that I forgot was this fish probably has a lateral line. Most of them do. That's, you know, super visible. And I like to put them in the carving, but that said, I forgot to look and see what path it takes. So what I'm thinking is, I'm gonna run inside. Hey, what we got here? Somebody gave us something. Rhinestone Suzanne. Heck yeah, here, fishy, fishy. Appreciate that, Susie Q. That's awesome. Guys, be sure and hit the like on that. That's awesome of you. I appreciate that, Susie. So here's what I'm thinking. I need to run in and get my iPad. And I want to see where the lateral line goes and pull the lateral line in. I also want to get a cup of coffee. That means that the content creator, such a selfish jerk as he is, will be gone for about two and a half minutes. And if y'all left, I mean, I don't understand, you know. I mean, you know, who would do that, you know? Me, because I'm a jerk. Here, and I don't want this guy here. Let's keep him, we're going to protect him from COVID. You know, it's a little late. I don't know if he had his vaccinations or not, but anyway. Let's give this guy a mask. Here, in fact, let's take this a step further. Now, I know how some of y'all are. You get drunk even on Sunday morning. You know, you don't call it that. You just call it intoxicated. You get to saying all kinds of wild stuff. So here, I don't want you hurting my fish's feelings. So we got him protected from any kind of sickness. And also, he can't hear you while you're insulting him. I figured that'd be pretty good. A pretty good deal. Hey, Susie Q, appreciate that. I think I can hit the like on it now. Yep, I got it. I was number 6. Hey, Garden, what's going on? Rehydrate. We believe in you. That is awesome. Hey, y'all, check out Garden. Puts out some cool stuff, mostly copied stuff, but really, really finds funny stuff. Some of it makes fun of Trump. And I got to tell you, I'm not political, so I don't really care one way or the other. I think Trump's a funny guy on his own. And then I think some of the things people do make fun of him are funny. And some of the things he says are funny. So, you know, I mean, each his own. Take that for a grain of salt. Personally, I don't care. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Politicians are out there to be made fun of. How about that? Okay, I'll be back. Guys, keep him protected, okay? Don't say anything offensive. I don't want him to get his feelings hurt. I'll be right back. Well, I won't be right back, but I'll be back. Oh. yeah, he looks well protected. Keep him from being too offended. We don't want him to get his feelings hurt or anything like that. Let's see what we got. Heck, 94 people still clung in there. Heck yeah. Let's see if we can get 150 likes. Need 8 to go. Hey, Plywood, what's going on? Heck yeah, the birds do sound better, that's for sure. And I ought to let that chicken out, but I'm kind of mean. Anyway, yeah, it has a lateral line. It runs dead through the center of the fish. So it'll come up through here, bow back down, and around through there. And then, so I'm still debating on the scales. I'm gonna drink some coffee out of this handy dandy Yeti coffee cup that Cat's Piece, our good friend, got us. And we're gonna drink that. She got me and Boss Lady each one. That's awesome. You can't beat that. Be sure to check Cat's Piece out. She's got, I don't know, 7 or 8 shorts. And her ability to edit is just phenomenal. But anyway, check her videos out. Cat's Piece. Okay, let me set this over here, over there, a little bit everywhere, something. And I'm assuming nobody's saying anything offensive, or if you're talking offensively, calm down now. So I'm gonna take these off so he doesn't have to hear it. I don't want him to be offended. Okay, you know how it is. I mean, these fish, they really wear their feelings on their sleeves. All right, I need to come up with the bird, and I got one. Here we go. I can pull a lateral line down through there. And I'm still considering the scale. Here's the issue with the scale. So Mahi Mahi scales are insanely tiny for as big a fish as they are. If I go down through here pulling that with the stone, I think it's going to take away from the color. I don't know. I'm debating. We'll see. Let me pull this lateral line through, and then I'll make up my mind. Because, I mean, this other hand is, if it had the scales, it has scales. You know? I mean, whatever. Okay. Plug this little guy in. And get that. But the paint job, ain't nobody gonna care. It got a cool paint job. And I'm debating next week, I'm either gonna do a shark or a Moby Dick style whale, that big old flat nose whale. One of the two. I don't know. I didn't even consider that. I'm a lot closer to that camera I got the phone a lot closer to the fish than I did before. So let me back up, and you can kind of see that lateral line. I pulled it through there at an angle. It just went through with the kind of like the natural flow of the body. It goes down, back up here, and then back down. And yeah, I'm sure you can probably see it. So I think I'm gonna put a little fire to this guy. I just don't think I want to do the scales. I think it's going to take away from him to do it. It'd just be too. They'd be too big. And I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let me torch on some of his fins and stuff, and I'll make up my mind. Take this back off. Bring my torch over here because he's too far away. I'm gonna use a little fitting. I got this. Turbo torch, and Kyle Hall. I got it through Kyle Hall's link, and man, I love this thing. I mean, it's everything you want out of a torch for chainsaw partner, burning wood. It's phenomenal. At least in my mind, it is. Somebody comes out with better, I'd tell them send me one, and I'll try it. But other than that. And I mean, it ain't cheap. It's pretty expensive. See, we're 3 likes away. Hey, what's going on, Steve? Glad to see you, buddy. Heck yeah. We got Dylan in there. Raja Bindi Gohana, good friend of ours in India. Glad to see you. Okay. If y'all haven't seen Raja, so Raja Bindi Gohana uses some older equipment for wood turning. And the handles and stuff that he makes, and also he makes some art pieces, are just phenomenal. And so I would encourage everybody to check him out, subscribe to him, look at the stuff that Raja makes. And just the way he turns handles. So Raja can be turning handles with his gouges and stuff, and he's not even looking at it half the time. He's looking at his computer to see what comments you gave him. He's that good at what he does. It's amazing how good he is with his tools. Anyway, check him out. What the heck? There. Yeah. All I'm doing, I'm not really doing this to highlight this because it's going to be painted. But any of these little pieces like that right there, burn them off and they'll fall off. And the gas is coming out of there so hard, it's almost like you're blowing it with air. And these things are phenomenal. It's a lot worse down here. And they got some places where it's kind of messy. I'm not going to go back on it, so I'm going to probably leave them like that. Okay, I'm going to clean that out. And then that lateral line will have it. It's still hanging around it. I tell you, it's too bad. I mean, something like this ought to have been in a horizontal live stream. And it's too bad that YouTube don't push the horizontals like they do the verticals. Because in the end, if you're a content creator, I mean, you're wanting to get as many views and subscribers and stuff like that as possible. But you'd be able to give people's viewing way better experience with the horizontal. And, you know, content creator, and you try to grow your channel, ultimately you got to pick, you know, what's going to help you grow your channel, and that's views. And it's just kind of unfortunate, but that's the, you know, that's the world we live in. I did that again. You know what? At this point, though, I could probably just stand this dude up on his tail and get that bottom, and I want to sand that mouth out. So let me burn that. Yeah, let me step this back a little bit. But it's unfortunate that that's the way it is. But that is the way it is, you know. Let's see what we got here. 148. Man, if we could just get 2 more likes, that's all we need. Hey, Corey, what's going on? DIY Rescue with blood splinters and sawdust. Heck yeah, glad to see you. Grumpy, Cheech, what's going on? Yeah, that eye popping up. You got it right, ZF. It'll look good when it's done. They got big eyes. The eyes kind of stand out. So it is what it is. Worst thing that happened is they get attacked by sea turtles. I think they're a little fast for that. I mean, I don't know, man. Anybody that's ever been bit by a turtle, man, they get a hold of you. And, you know, not to say that I have, but you get bit by a turtle, they get a hold of you. I think that'd be a pretty awful experience. I'm not saying I haven't been bit by a turtle either. Tell you the truth, I got amnesia about a lot of stuff in my 20s. And me and the boss lady had a green ear and a red ear slider. And there was the little guy, the little green ear, man, he was pretty friendly. But that red ear, man, if you stuck your finger out there, he thought it was a worm. And it just seems like I might have got bit. I'd have to ask her. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm lying to you. If I am lying to you, I don't mean to lie to you. How about that? I'm just too dumb to remember. How about that? You know this, like Paul Mudd, everything's so blurry. Okay. Well, all right, I'm pretty happy with that. All in all, can't complain. Somewhere in the middle. And so I was saying this morning, I found, I'm going to say, probably about 2 pounds of yellow morels this morning. I was pretty excited about that. It's a good time. What did we get up to? 148. We can't get two more likes out of this group. Hey, what's going on like that? Buggy, boo. What do you know? Looks like just like me. Oh, the fish? Man, I used to like this kid, man. I think I'm going to quit feeding her. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We just need 2 more likes to be 150. I mean, I get it. We ain't been on here 2 hours, so I probably don't deserve it. But if you guys had a heart at all. That said, who would like to see our morel find for this morning? Anybody? Any takers? Probably not. Most people don't even know what they are. You got it. You got it, Grumpy. Hit that button. Here, I'll show off some of that stuff we got in here. It's I mean, there's a whole pile of stuff back in here. I counted the stuff. We had 50-some pieces at home right now, and then we got another around 30 that's just down the road. But that's kind of the way it is. Grab my coffee. This shelf full of crap over here too. You got to make stuff. If you're gonna sell stuff, you got to make stuff. Just the way it goes. But in the end, I think he's looking pretty good. Not too bad. Not too good. You want to see him, Susie? Okay. Well, I think I'll run in there. And I might lose service, though. That's the problem. But let's do it. Okay, we'll head on in there and check it out. It's getting nice green out here. Boss lady was out here yesterday cleaning all the weeds out of the flower beds and getting ready to put some mulch down in the next couple of days, I'm guessing. I've done mowed twice. That's life. Got to mow. But, you know, that's why I started late this was I found some morels. And, you know, it only lasts about 2 weeks in the spring. And, hey, you can see a fish carving at trout. I did that and hung that up there back in 2019. I'll say that thing's probably 3 feet. It's a pretty cool piece. Anyway, we'll go in here and show these morels off. What's going on, Roger? Heck yeah, okay. There's a Daisy. Hi, Daisy. How you doing? Okay, I don't know if yeah, I just don't know. I don't know enough to know if I know. Okay, here's what we got. That's what we found this morning. And I'll tell you guys straight up, as soon as I clean up from this live, I'm going to be going and looking for some more in some different places. But that's what we got. Not too bad to find. By no means giants, but nice morels. I mean, there's a few really tiny ones in here, but like you could tell some of these just popped this morning. And I figured that. There's one behind the house even. So there's my go-to tree. I guess I'll go out there to my go-to tree. Here, let me set this down for just a second. Okay, hold on just a second. Put that back in there. And if I find some in my go-to tree, then I know it's time to go look. Because it's on the north side of a hill, north-facing hill. And so it would be like toward the end of the pop. And the thing with them is when they pop their, well, I'm going to set this down, put my boots back on. How about that? When they pop their